guys, welcome back to a new tutorial. In this tutorial, I will be showing you how to make some more different types of enemies, and maybe a shop to buy some new turrets. So let's get started. First thing we can do to make different enemies is we can just duplicate the first costume, and then I'm just going to change the color to be a green one, and then I'm gonna make another one. I'm just going to have 4 enemies right now. You guys can make more. It's pretty easy to make the enemies. And then I'll have one more, and I'll make it purple. So then for this enemy, it's gonna be purple. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to so then what we're just gonna do is basically it's setting random types. Then we can just say, to do the different types, we can say if type equals 2, maybe this could be like a fast one, so maybe I'll set the speed to like 3, the health to 2, and the change cash amount to 2, and the damage to 1 still. So then if we clean up the blocks and then we set the wave to 2, so then maybe there could be the second type. Now there's faster, and it's not actually a fast enemy, but it works. So then for the third one, it could just be like a really fast one with a health of only 1 though, change cash amount though of 3, and a damage of like 3. So now set the wave to 3, and then I make sure that says type 3. So now if the type is 3, there's these, and so I'm gonna change this speed to be like more like 4. And then for my last one, and I'm just like not really doing that much stuff for these. Like, you can make yours way better than this. I'll set the health to like 5. Change cash amount to 5, damage to 5. Okay, so then there's also those big ones now. Okay, so then I'm gonna set that back to 1, of course. Okay, so now we basically already have the different types. So now what we can do is I guess let's make some different turrets. So here's this one. I'm gonna duplicate this, and maybe this one can be just kind of similar, except like the bigger thing and a way bigger gun, and it'll shoot really big bullets and do a lot of damage or something. So then if I move this up and then change the color, so maybe this is more of a gray turret with a this. So this turret will be bigger, and maybe for like a cool effect, you can reshape it and drag these out. So now it's wider, like that. Okay, so then, it's not perfect, but I mean. Okay, so then we can, rename the costume to be, medium. I'm just gonna have 3 turrets, I guess. Medium turret. And then we can copy this. And then we can duplicate the medium turret. And we can say medium turret can't place. So then if we paste it, and then do it like there. Okay, so now we can say, so instead of though doing this. Oh, for now I'll just have 2 though. So right here, it's just if the space key is pressed. But let's actually do it a different way. So we can say if clone ID. Okay, so yeah. Well, right now I guess. Yeah. Okay. So then what we can do is say if clone ID. No, when clicked, set clone ID to main, and then set clone ID to main 2, and then grade them up, clone myself. So then you can say, so this we can just put off to the side right now. So then what we can say is an if else, and then we can say it equal, well actually, it would be easier if we did this in like a shop. So let's just put this back for now. And then we can just keep this and then clean these up, delete this. Okay, so now it should just be working like normal actually, except it's not placing, because I forgot to put this in a purple. Okay, so then what we can do is make a new sprite called shop, and the shop can like come up from the bottom, so we can make one called open. So then what we can do is just draw our shop like a basic, just this is gonna be this, and then so this is when it is open. Then it's like this, and then we can put like a little box here with the with a little just an arrow here. So this is to put the shop. So this is when it's open. And then we can duplicate this and then say closed. Then we can just flip this vertically and then just take all of this and then move it down to about here. And then we can just go into the codes and say when clicked, show, and then forever go to front layer, so it'll always be in the front. And so then forever go to front layer, so it is in front. And then we can say when the sprite is clicked. Oh yeah, and also we can say switch costume to closed. And so then we can say when the sprite is clicked, then we can get an if else and say if else. Oh yeah, we can also put a wait until the mouse is not down. So we'll wait until it's not clicking, and then we can so then if else, and then we can get an equals. So the costume number equals 1, which would be open. Then it can switch the costume to closed, so costume number, and then else it can switch the costume to open. So now if we try this, it's opening and closing. And then we can also make a new variable called shop open for all sprites. And then what we can say is first we can set the shop open to no, but if it is open we can set it to yes, but if it's not we can set it to no. And then what we're actually going to do is go backwards 3 layers here, because there's going to be 3 things, but right now there's only going to be 2, so we can just say 2 layers. So then what we can do is say so what we can do is, the shop. So now we can make the upgrades. So before each wave, we can have a start wave button, because there's only one wave right now, but first we can say before the broadcast start wave, can broadcast shop, I guess. So and then we can make a start wave button, I guess, actually. So start wave. So I guess this might be a long tutorial, because I'm going to show you how to make a start wave button and the shop. Well, the wave button won't be that hard, but it just might take a while. I mean, just all the codes that I'm going to put. I don't know. It probably won't, though. So then we can just paint this button and put start wave on it. And then we can say, we can just make this text a little bigger. And then what we can say is, the start wave. So when I receive shop, then we're gonna show and go to front, and then we're gonna switch, and then we're gonna repeat until mouse down and touching mouse pointer. So that would be it's clicked. Then what we can say is it's going to, first we can add an effect. So if it is touching the mouse pointer, we can make it get bigger. So it'll change the size, and we can also go to 0, 0. So we can set the size to 100 if it's not, but if it is, then we can set it to 130, and maybe change this Y to be 140. So now it's at the top of the screen, and then, so as you can see, it's waiting, and then when we click it, it starts the thing. So then we can say hide after we do that. Then what we can say is, in this, we can just put a forever around it, so it'll forever do new waves, and then we can make a variable called clones for all sprites to keep track of how many enemies and clones there are left. So first we can say set clones to 0, and then we can say change clones by 1 when I start as a clone. And then what we can do is also say then change clones, and sorry if you hear any background noise, I have other people in my house, so we can say change clones by -1. And so then we can put a wait until, and actually we can put this clones right here. So then we can say wait until the clones is greater than 0. And then we can also then say, so after it's cloned, then we wait until clones is less than 1. So now it should be doing all of the waves. So if we test it now, as you can see, and sorry, there is a lot of background noise right now. So now it'll, if we click this again, it's not starting the wave. Clones is less than 1. Yeah, it's changing the clones by -1. Yeah, here. Broadcast shop, broadcast start wave. Yeah, wait until clones is greater than 0. So it's waiting until it's greater than 0. And then it's going to wait until it is less than 1. And then, and then, but it doesn't seem to be broadcasting the start wave. Here, one second. Setting the clones to 0, so it must not be doing the start wave again. So it's, I've got an idea. So it's not setting the clone ID to main after it creates all the clones. So probably nothing has a clone ID of main, so it can't do the clones again. So if I set this back to main here, let me test this again. Start wave, so then it's doing this. And then if we wait for this to get to the end, then there's the start wait button and we can start the next wave. So now that's working. We can go ahead, and so now this will give us the time to set up our game. So the cache, we are starting with 0. I'm going to set the cache to 10 to start, just so that we can test buying something. So then we need a new sprite called turret icons, maybe. So then what this is going to be the icons to buy the turrets. So then we can just copy this one. I'm just going to do one first, but then I will do more in a second. So I'll just call this basic turret. So then we need a when clicked hide, and then create a clone of myself, and then create a clone of myself. And so we can just say create a clone of myself, but before it, it's just gonna clone ID. We can make this for the sprite only, so it can keep track of the clones. And so then we can set clone ID to 1, and then we can set clone ID to 2. So I'm only having 2 right now. So then we can get a when I start as a clone, and then we can say a forever, and then an if else, and then we need an equals for the clone ID. So if it equals 1, then it is going to go to like negative 145, negative 120 or something, and it's going to, then we need another if else. If else the shop open equals yes, then we are going to we also need to switch costume to basic turret. Then we're going to show, go to front, and then else we're going to hide, and then if the clone ID equals 2, so we can just change this to if clone ID equals 2, it's going to do the same thing except maybe like 0. So now you can see the 2 turrets, they're showing, and then what we can do is maybe set the size to something more like 120, and then we can get the other costume for the medium turret and drag it in there, and then we can say switch costume to medium turret. And so now you can see our 2 turrets, and then we can say another if else on each of these. We can say if else shop open, if else touching the mouse pointer. Then what we can do is set the size to 120 in the else, so if it's not, but if it is, then we can make it bigger and set size to 140. And we can go ahead and duplicate that and put it back in this one. So now we're doing this, and so then what we can do if the mouse is down is we can say if the mouse is down, then we can say if the cache is greater than 5, maybe for the basic one should be like 10. Yeah, well, I guess I'll just do 5. You guys can fiddle around with these numbers. I mean, mine might be a little easy, but yeah, you can change this. So I'm gonna do 4, so it can be 5. So it's gonna change the cache then by -5, and then it's gonna create a clone of turrets, and it's actually going to set a bunch of stuff. So it's going to first set the well, actually, you know what we can do? We can say just say if it's touching the mouse pointer, if mouse down, then we can say repeat and okay, sorry. Wait until the mouse is not down. Then what we can say is wait 1 second. We can basically just do what we did in the turrets. So we can do this basically, like, we don't need this anymore in the turrets. We can just say, put this in the turret icons, and then, okay, let's see. So then it's gonna, well, actually it's gonna, after it creates a clone of turrets, then it's going to do it. So create a clone of turrets. So what it's gonna do is, in this repeat until, we can change it to mouse down, and then this is for the basic turret. So basically this should work now just like it did before. And now we can place it, and now it's shooting. And so now this is working, I think. I think we can take this out. So now, but for this, it's just doing this, and then we can also, for the basic bullets, we can, the basic bullets we can duplicate to make the other thing, but right now, we can, so this is working. We can also say, wait until not mouse down. After it does that, it's going to set the shop open. Set shop, set shop open to no. So it'll place it, so we can place it. Well, hold up. So in the shop, we can also say, forever. We can just put this, put an if else here, get a closed, and then this, and then we can say if else, and then shop open equals no. Then it'll do this. So just get our shop open variable, and now it should be able to close the shop. Open it, place it, except it is going to that one position. So what is the problem? Well, the problem is it is not setting this X and Y position. So it needs to just go to mouse pointer because that's where it's gonna be to place it. So there, and now it's shooting, and we can say in the basic bullets now, we can say if the clones is greater than 0, so it will mean that there's enemies to shoot at. So there. And then another thing that we can do is do the other turret. So basically we can duplicate this whole thing, this whole if mouse down. I don't think we have, so we have that much. So we'll just do this, and then what we can do is just move this down over here and put it in here, and then we can change these. And we don't actually have the can't place ones, so we also need these and this one. So I'll just drag these into the turret icons, and then they should work. And we can just change this to maybe it's greater than 9. So this will be for one of the bigger ones, minus 10. So this can be, the other ones can be medium turret can't place and medium turret. So now you can also buy these, except, oh no, it's switching to that one costume. So what are we doing wrong? We can say switch costume to a new variable called turret type. turret type. So then in here, we can set the turret type to be medium turret. So we can just medium turret, and then oh yeah, and we can also say change this wait until not key space pressed to a wait until the mouse is not down. And then we can duplicate this turret type, change this to this medium to basic, and we can put it up here. And yeah, I think I'll add the third turret if I make another video. This might just be the last one because this is just a basic tower defense. I mean, it's not like I'm not really gonna add too much to this game. So now if we place one of these there, now it can place these. And I don't know why the basic bullets though, if clones is greater than 0. Well, we can make a new variable called wave started for all sprites. And so here, what we can do is set wave started to no. But then, right after we do the shop, then it sets it to yes. So wave started. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna just finish up this whole tutorial in this last video here. So set wave started to yes, and so then in the basic bullets, we can change this to an equals a yes, and then wave started. So now if we put this in instead, and then we should, if we click the green flag, we should be able to get a turret. And then when we start the wave, it shoots. So now, and then what we can do is just duplicate this to be strong bullets. You guys can, oh whoops, I don't know what that is. Okay, you guys can probably, You guys can probably add a lot more. You basically would just do the same thing. Again, so you can add more types, more turrets. Yeah, so I'm just gonna maybe wait. Maybe it'll wait the same, but it'll set size to 130, and maybe it'll maybe in the enemies it'll do more damage. We can say if touching basic bullets, and if touching, so then by -5 or something if touching the medium bullets. Okay, that's probably way too much, so I'm gonna do -3. But now, yeah, so this is basically, yeah, I think this is basic tower defense. I mean, you could say if the wave equals like something like 10, like if the wave ever gets to 10, you can say like, wait, is this the wave variable? Oh, that's the health. Oh yeah, so you can say like if the wave ever gets to like 10, then you can make like a basic you win screen. But I don't think I'm really going to show you how. I think you guys probably can figure that out. So yeah, I think this is it for the basic tower defense game. Thank you guys for watching my tutorials. And yeah, stay posted for new tutorials coming out soon. I usually upload like Monday and Friday. So yeah. Bye.